More developments about the murder investigation in Cleveland that we've all been watching. There are more suspects in that case, including the wife of the man accused of killing 5 of his neighbors in police custody. As we reported last night, the alleged gunman, Francisco Oropesa, was arrested last night. Tonight, there's also criticism about how long it took for authorities to arrive after those 911 calls reporting the initial gunfire of Oropesa before anyone was dead. According to a member of the family, he made 5 calls to police before they finally showed up. Let's talk about it tonight. Joining me here now on The Factor Uncensored, Constable Herschel Smith of Waller County, Precinct 3, and Constable Nabil Shaikh of Fort Bend County. Glad to have you all here on The Factor Uncensored. So when you have, and you guys know the perspective, especially you in Waller County being in a rural county where there's not a lot of manpower. If you get a call saying there's a guy shooting guns or shooting guns next to our house, not at us yet, how soon do you respond to something like that? That's what happened in this case, where neighbors called and said this guy is firing a gun constantly and he needs to stop.
It all depends. It all depends on where it is. You know, a lot of times in the county, their area is so spaced out. So a lot of time in the rural areas, it take a while for them to get to, unless they in the area already, you know. But it takes a while sometimes.
And so can you understand the San Jacinto sheriff's perspective in this, where he said, you know, we don't have the manpower that, say, a Harris County would have when it comes to the sheriff's department? Well,
you know, that may be true. You know, a lot of times it's unfortunate that the sheriff has the biggest budget in the county. That's the reality side. The constables get the scraps, you know. And so it's a money problem all the time when it comes down to the constable department compared to the sheriff department, because they always want the constable to be the second person to get involved because they don't consider us as police anyway sometimes. That's the respect sometimes that is given out in the rural areas and sometimes even in the city areas, from what I was told.
And Constable Shaikh, looking at this case where family members and witnesses said they called 5 times to have Mr. Oropesa addressed by law enforcement and no one ever came until it was too late. Your thoughts on that? If you get a call about someone firing a weapon 5 times in a neighborhood, what would you do?
Well, you go. I believe in this particular scenario, the deputy that responded, the first one that responded was on a call and had to leave that call to go respond, was on an aggravated call, a serious offense, and left that one to go handle a more serious offense. And in rural areas, you know, I used to work for Constable Smith, and you know, I know how long it can take. That's why it's great to have these relationships with these municipalities and other agencies. Fort Bend County, Harris County, we have what's known as the Contract Deputy Program, which is very efficient. It keeps a police officer there at all times, and response times are less. And the Department of Justice did a study that when police respond to calls in under 5 minutes, the likelihood of us apprehending that suspect is about 60%, and after 5 minutes, it drops down to 20%.
And priority, you guys prioritize your calls, right?
Correct.
Obviously, if someone has been murdered, you dispatch right away.
Right away, it's priority 1. You know, you got to go.
A gunfire or a gunfire in a neighborhood or a neighbor firing guns, what would that be considered? Low priority?
It's a high priority.
Yeah, high priority, you know, because we don't know what, you know, you got to take it very serious. You know, we don't know if he's shooting at someone or just shooting in the air. We got to take that very serious. So you got to go and respond as fast as possible.
All right. Constable Smith and Shaikh, thank you both for joining us here on The Factor.